The action will soon be heating up for the transfer window this summer. Stevie's here to go over the latest rumours in the transfer rater. And we're starting off with a man who could be interesting Manchester United and struggling at Juventus, Paulo Dybala.
Yeah, this is a strange one because there's no question Dybala's got ability. But if you look at Serie A, 5 goals and 4 assists in a team who are way, way, way ahead of everybody else. So I'm not quite sure how much Man United would be prepared to buy this guy for, but I think he would help them. Listen, all you can do is replace players with better ones. And certainly going forward, Dybala, for me, Juan Mata, for example, is going to be leaving. He's better than him. So United have to start recruiting. They have to do it quickly. And I think Dybala, at 25 years old, the perfect age to go to Man United.
Big money. It will be big money, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
Have they got enough to do the whole team? That's the problem if they're going to make signings like this.
Well, no, they haven't. Listen, Man United probably need 7 or 8 players. But you have to bring in quality, and quality costs. So you can't expect to rejig the whole side in one window. This is going to take 2 or 3 windows, but Dybala would be a great start, no question. Great player.
So for you, he's a hit?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take him there.
There you go.
Antonio Conte has turned down Roma, but apparently he could well be on his way to Inter or somewhere else.
Is he waiting on Allegri leaving? That's kind of where I'm thinking about this, which I guess the question would be to Serie A is a resounding yes. And unless something crazy comes along and somebody offers him silly money to go to China, for example, I think more likely than not, he's definitely going to be in Serie A. And I would not be shocked if he was just hanging around waiting for Allegri to go somewhere else. So I'm going to say Conte to Serie A, absolutely a yes.
Okay, we've got a nice Ajax flavour to the last 3 here. David Neres for the Brazilian, now an international. To Liverpool, he's been setting, of course, the Champions League alight with goals against Juventus and Real Madrid. He plays off the right-hand side. It could be the right amount of money, depending on if Ajax want to let him go, given the other players leaving the club.
You know, this is a strange one. Neres to Liverpool. If I'm Neres, I'm looking at Liverpool's front 3, and I'm asking myself, am I going to this team to start, or am I going to this team to back up to begin with? He's at a level now, and certainly at a level of ability and what he's producing, that he has to go somewhere and play. And I think that rules Liverpool out. Everything else is perfect. The amount of money they're talking about seems a little strange. I read somewhere it was like 35 million. There's no way that they're letting him go for as little as that. So actually, to answer the question, Neres to Liverpool, I don't see it. I see Liverpool coming up with a younger player who's maybe not quite ready to step in the shoes of the front 3 yet. So this one for me is a no.
Okay. Interesting. Given the number of games that they might need to strengthen with, you think that it's still just, it'd be a bit part, or it just wouldn't interest him?
Well, from his point of view, he wants to go somewhere and play.
Yeah. Eriksen, 6 years at Tottenham. There'll be another year left on his contract. He's still arguably their most effective player in creating chances. Hasn't had the best year. Is it time to leave?
I think it depends on who's looking for him. If Real Madrid, who we know are rebuilding, for example, if it's them, I think he leaves. Because he knows that Tottenham are still in England behind City and Liverpool. So you can rule out winning the Premier League, I think, for the next 2 or 3 years. That means that he's going to be, what, a couple of seasons, 30? This is his last chance for a big move. When he left Ajax to go to Tottenham, that was a big move. Now, it seems the right time for him to make another big move. So, unfortunately for Tottenham fans, I think if somebody like a Real Madrid comes in, then he's going to go. So, I'm going to see this as a hit because Tottenham like money.
Yeah.
And this is the last chance they'll get for getting big money for this guy.
He has not signed a contract extension or a new deal since 2016.
Yep.
So obviously, if they can find the right remuneration for him, then they'll be.
Well, I think that tells you that he's thinking about it as well.
Yeah. De Ligt is certainly thinking about a move. Now, we were led to believe that everything was sorted with Barcelona to join Frankie de Jong. The money would be probably similar, but his stock keeps rising. And maybe now, interesting other teams around the table. The agent is Mino Raiola.
Right. This depends on De Ligt, whether he's interested in the money or not. If his goal is football, and he's one of those smart guys that understands, regardless of where you go, you're still going to get a lot of money. If he's a guy that wants to just take the most that's available, then there's a good chance he could go to United. Incredible. If it's just about the money, right. Because Man United right now have to splash the cash, and they have to get quality. And this guy, De Ligt, what, 19 years old? Mm-hmm. That means he could possibly be your centre-back at the highest level for the next decade. That's worth paying for. But I'm not so sure this guy is just all about the money, and that means Manchester United will miss out on De Ligt.
All right. So we've got Neres not going to Liverpool from Ajax, De Ligt not going to United from Ajax, but elsewhere, some very interesting takers here involving Eriksen, Conte back to Serie A, and Dybala possibly to the Premier League and Manchester United.